thousands of appointments at vaccination sites in New York and Chicago are unfilled as the country continues to brace for what's next.
Based on everything that we know, what's the outlook this summer?
Well, I think the good news is vaccine rollout is moving along at a great pace. The bad news is the variants are emerging everywhere. The variants are emerging. The variants are emerging. The variants are emerging.
Here in New York, roughly 5.4 million people have already been vaccinated by the state. Meanwhile, the White House said today it's likely that additional booster shots will be required in the future, and they're planning for it.
Additional booster shots will be required in the future, and they're planning for it.
Rice, where we were last time checking in with the students, and as promised, we were able to get some of those interviews together with the students before they told us to get off the campus. These are the students who were told all of a sudden this morning that they could get in line, first come, first serve, to get the vaccine way ahead of schedule. These are students who are, of course, young, healthy, who are not expecting to get the vaccine for many more weeks or even months. And then suddenly they're told they can get it, so they ran over here. Many of them told us they literally sprinted, some of them without all of the cold weather gear that you'd probably need. And some of them waited outside for hours to get this vaccine. So these 1,000 vaccine doses, as we've said, originally belonged to Harris County Health, and a refrigeration or freezer unit lost power this morning. The backup generator also didn't work, so they had to quickly get 1,000 of these doses over to Rice, and they were able to distribute them today. And here's what some of the students told us.
We got an email from our magisters saying there are 1,000 doses available.
I literally dropped everything, got everything on, and sprinted here. And apparently everyone else had the same. And apparently everyone else had the same thought as me. And apparently everyone else had the same thought as me. And apparently everyone else had the same thought as me.
I ran from my apartment with my boyfriend. From my apartment.
I actually woke up. My roommate told me like, "Hey, they're handing out vaccines. We need to like run."
I ran from my apartment.
There's already like hundreds of people there.
It's been 2 hours so far, and we're finally getting, close to getting the vaccine.
It's going to allow me to, like, when I go back home to California to be with my family, to be more safe around them and to potentially, like, visit my grandparents and not feel nervous about it.
I'm 21, so I'm not even in the risk category. So I just feel very lucky that Rice is able to do this, and from my apartment, I feel good that I'm going to be safer for everyone around me.
How about this for a sweet incentive? Krispy Kreme is offering a free glazed donut to customers who show a valid vaccination card through the end of 2021. Krispy Kreme CEO Michael Tattersfield is here. I love this idea, Michael. Now, this isn't just a one-shot deal. You can go back and keep getting a free glazed donut, right, if you have that card.
You can, right? So, we thought about this. Last year, we did a lot of these acts of joy, whether through healthcare folks or seniors in high school or teachers. And this year, the opportunity came and we thought about it. And as America starts to really make progress in the pandemic and you start to see scaling of vaccines, we made a decision that said, hey, we can support the next act of joy, which is if you come by, show a vaccine card, get a donut anytime, any day, every day if you choose to. Wow. You get a Krispy Kreme donut.
Now, all right, so how do you feel about this? If you're thinking of heading to next month's 20th annual South Beach Wine and Food Festival, you'll have to show proof you've either been vaccinated against COVID-19 or that you've tested negative. Now, the negative test must be dated no more than 3 days prior to the event. Guests who've been inoculated do not need to provide a negative test.
We're going to hope that the governor's office will work with us and make sure that the South Beach Wine and Food Festival is the safest environment possible.
And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.